We interrupt all radio and television programs for an indefinite period. Please keep your radio and television sets turned on. This is an emergency. I repeat, this is an emergency.
Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Saturday, November 24th, 1:30 a.m. Mountain Time, 2018. This is insane. It's the fifth time we've tried to do this update. The powers that be don't want you to see this. We have a satellite and they're being jammed. But the snow here is falling and it's being crammed in the upper 48. Record snows falling in 40 states a month before winter, including Zone 24 in the Sonoran Desert in southern Arizona. Unprecedented snow showing up in Baja Peninsula, as well as southern Texas and Mexico. Southern Appalachians predicted to get heavy snow a month out from winter, increasing the snowpack. All of the Rocky Mountains, heavy snow, including the Sierra Crest, expected to get 4 to 10 feet of snow over the next 10 days. You've entered Boom Studios. Grab a cup of Boom coffee and take your pre-workout Boom supplements. It's Boom time. Thanksgiving snow blankets western U.S. as record chill grips the Northeast, and gay people are happy.
Streets of Manhattan packed with people.
Everyone seems to be super happy and cheery, even though it's freezing.
Excitement at an all-time high despite record low temperatures at Macy's 92nd Annual Thanksgiving Day Parade. Even the cold just feels different. It cuts you like thin pieces. It's brutal.
You like
there are 16 large balloons in the parade, and experts say during...
It felt like winter across parts of the western and northeastern U.S. on Thanksgiving Day. Hey, hey, as heavy snow and biting winds impacted the region. Providence, Rhode Island, Buffalo, and Rochester, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, and Bangor, Maine are just a sample of the cities that experienced their coldest Thanksgiving on record ever. As much as 30 degrees below normal. Check out this guy. Check him out. Temperatures bottoming out at minus 26 Fahrenheit, and hurricane-force winds can't stop observers from getting together to enjoy Thanksgiving dinner. He's a winner. I'm no sinner. Storms in Bay Area translate into big Lake Tahoe snowfall. Ho-haw. Hee-haw. Conditions at Heavenly Mountain on Friday snow blanketed the Tahoe region, with more in the forecast. Storm systems fanned across the Bay Area this week, dumping much-needed rain, delivering Lake Tahoe its first significant snowfall, and quelching the Camp and Woolsey fires. Kirkwood Mountain Resort south of Tahoe reported 18 inches of snow. Ho, ho, ho. A month, 5 weeks before Santa gets here, while North Star, California result, which is northwest of the lake, saw 13 inches. Ow! You prick. Yes, Thursday's cold was record-breaking in Quebec. Temperatures in Montreal dipped as low as negative. That's minus 17.8 centigrade. Canada shatters cold records. Grand solar minimum pattern much. Environment Canada said that on Thursday morning, more than 20 communities in Ontario experienced the coldest temperatures ever. Thursday morning also saw 11 of Canada's 13 provincial and territorial capitals at below freezing levels. In Toronto, temperatures of negative 15.4 C was recorded at Buttonville Municipal Airport, breaking the previous daily record of negative 14.1 C from 2008. That was the solar minimum of cycle 23. Let's move on to Montreal's low temperature of negative 17.7 C, a far cry from the 4 C that is November 22nd's usual. Now, that is over 20 degrees below normal. And it broke the record which stood since 1972. A much colder record was broken in Ottawa, where thermometers at the Canadian Department of Agriculture plunged to negative 18.7 C, more than 4 degrees colder than the previous November 22nd low set back in 1895 during the centennial minimum, when records began being kept. Are you well slept? And that's tonight's first boom, which is not downloaded at all. So much for global warming, though. Boom! Whew. We'll get there. Literally, hours in on this attempt. Government officials urge UK to prepare for harsh winters. Met Office research reveals around 2/3 of the UK is not prepared for a bad winter, with remote regional communities totally fluxed. Well, have you heard about the Oppenheimer Ranch Project store? You can get tons of totally awesome stuff there. Hair. Weather Action's Piers Corbin warned low solar activity is driving an unusually strong jet stream, allowing cold air from the Arctic to spill over Britain. Yeah, that's just east of Greenland, which is record ice up there. Did I tell you we've been trying to do this for hours? Cardrona Alpine Resort opened for skiing on the first day of summer. It's not a bummer. This place kicks ass and takes names. It's insane. A Central Otago ski field is planning to open for skiing on the first day of summer. Yeah, this is after the bomb predicted there'd never to be snow in Australia ever again. Ski resorts are extending their season well into the summer when they're supposed to be open for mountain biking. They're open for snow tubing. Yeah, it's true. So many bad words rhyme with that. Cardrona Alpine Resort near Wanaka has enough snow to open the beginners area for skiing, tubing, and snow play following last week's snow dump. What kind of dump are we talking about? How about a 50-centimeter snow dump that fell 1 week before summer? Yeah, over the mountain. They also had a stockpile of snow that they've been kept for tubing, but now it's open for everything because they can't mountain bike with 50 centimeters of snow dumping a week before summer. That's no bummer. Neither is these snowfall totals, especially for the west. Sierra Crest is expected to get up to 10 feet of snow in some areas, all the way down to the southern regions. Big Bear, take a look, all the way down to Baja. We have snow near Phoenix, for goodness sakes. A lot of people are going to be waking up over the coming days. Seismic update. No quakes of note. Mid-ocean ridges spreading. South Sandwich Islands, 5.6 near Viscoy Island in the South Sandwich, Georgias. We have a moderate rumbler here, 5.2 in Japan. Over here, New Madrid, 2.7, Calhoun, Georgia. Keeping an eye on it. Worldwide volcano news update. Krakatoa, Reventador, Sabancaya, Abico, and many others erupting due to that high cosmic ray flux period we had just a few days ago. Popo and others still in unrest. Take a look at this footage from 10 days ago as Krakatoa, as predicted, is going to blow up before your very eyes. Thank you, Volcano Discovery. I wish I had good mushrooms. Whoa! Nine minutes, 45 seconds in. Let's do it. Look at those pyroclastic bombs. Those weigh tons. I think I'm peeking. Oh my God. That's fantastic. Lightning. Did you see it? Did you watch it? I saw lightning. It's not that frightening. The beauty of Mother Nature. Come check out Volcano Discovery. Subscribe to the channel. Give them a thumbs up. Tell them Diamond sent you and explain why we're using their footage. Climate correction. When scientists get it wrong, they can smoke a bong. No, they can't. We can, because we haven't been in that nonsense for decades. We're self-sufficient. On November 1st, AFP joined news outlets around the world in covering the release of major academic paper, fear-mongering and warning that our oceans were dramatically warming quicker than previously thought. And they showed this porpoise for no other reason except to tug at your heart. But I lean to the side on my chair and I take a fart. Because there's just one problem with this study. It's wrong. 100%. Complete farce. Published in Nature, the most unreputable rag ever. The paper by researchers from the University of California, San Diego, paid for by the powers that be to lie to you, found that the ocean temperatures warm 60% more than current estimates. And you know what? They lied. Because they got paid to lie to you. Here's the money. Make up the numbers. The only problem is that this cosmic ray flux that we're experiencing is awakening millions of people. And the frauds are getting called on their bullshit. And I'm calling the bullshit now. Trump administration releases national climate assessment nonsense with dire warnings from the IPCC purposefully on Black Friday. You know why? Because it's a pile of garbage, and they knew it. So they buried it in the pile of garbage, which is you shopping at Walmart. I'm no tart. Al Gore says Trump buried the inconvenient truth of government climate report with the Black Friday release. Al, get in your hole. You know why you haven't seen Al Gore? And you got this little snippet? Because it's a turd dance. The IPCC's report is 100% fraudulent. Now, I did a live stream with Rex Bear tonight and Lee Wheelbarger, and I really wanted to talk about this report, but you know how Rex gets. So we really didn't get to the brass tacks. But I would like to do a separate video, probably tomorrow, on this topic of this report and the fraud that it is. I'll leave you links to globalclimatechange.gov and you can read the report. You just click on the link. Our Changing Planet, the U.S. Global Change Research Program, blah, 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 blippity, bloppity, blue. Now, this report is so fraudulent that I don't even want to get into it now. But scientists now have a new plan to fight global warming, and it's called dimming the sun. So what they're going to do in plain sight, and this is coming out over all mainstream media outlets today, is that geoengineering is now going to be normal, the new normal. The only problem is, scientifically and based on the facts, we're headed into the new ice age. And if they actually attempt to do this, these blind scientists, to spend the funding, they will add insult to injury and increase the calamity tenfold. This is very, very dire. CNN picking it up, dimming the sun, the answer to global warming. Don't these people know that the planet since February of 2016 has cooled almost 1 degree C? 0.82 degrees C cooling, according to University of Alabama, Huntsville satellite data, which is unadulterated, by the way, which I can't say about CNN. Could an anti-global warming atmospheric spraying program really work? Well, can a big fat hooker really twerk? Yes, but the anti-global warming atmospheric spraying program would only work against the actual cooling of the planet. It could work against us. Now we have frauds perpetrating frauds amongst a fraud. That is a recipe for disaster. Are you preparing? Even Dane Wigington, the biggest fraud, who has no knowledge about science whatsoever, has been perpetrating Photoshop nonsense since 2012. We won't even get into that. But he warns that climate engineering is the single greatest threat short of nuclear cataclysm. You want to prepare? Come over and support the channel over at the Oppenheimer Ranch Project Preparedness store. Links below. Greenhouses, telescopes, survival seats, thermal imagers. I just bought a thermal imager for Leah for Christmas. Sorry, babe. Anyway, and we got a Geiger counter. She's been begging me to buy one of these for 3 years, but I was like, the technology is going to get better. I'm just waiting for the best on the market. This $111 baby will do it for you. Advanced GQ EMF 380 V2 multi-field electromagnetic radiation 3-in-1 EMF ELF meteor RF. Yeah, boom, 5 stars. Do it. 110. We get like $6. We're not schmucks, but many people are, because they have assimilated. You know, I used to watch Friends. The brainwashing is real. You're on a slave planet. You're an indentured servant. It's called a free-range slave. I love that term. Think about it. It's hard to do what Leah and I did, but we did it. You know why? Because we had a head start, and we're not gloating, because there's a moment for each and every one of you to wake up. No need to rush it. Be safe.